What a great setup for XRP and XLM going into the week. We're going to talk price at the end, along with Tether minting billions. A sign of optimism that even more money is going to flow into crypto. Want to hear about a new BTC hub plan? Well, I've got a plan within a plan.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Juicy news breaks all times of the day. That's why I bring you the news all times of the day. But before we get into the crypto hotness, your comments come first. Yes, you, the viewer, matter most. James starts us off and says, Klaus, chew on this. Is ETH failing in this recent bull move because it's tied into the SEC Prometheum crypto ground? Or am I in the caboose of the choo-choo train? Choo-choo, bitches. Yeah. Think about that. ETH and Prometheum, that's kind of a connection there that, you know, it's not pumping real well. ETH ETFs didn't do much. ETH at 3,300 doesn't really, like, make you feel kind of tingly and warm inside, does it? So ETH now, mega laggard, everyone. Ian Krause, channel member, thank you to all channel members, says, Ripple has not only paved a way for American crypto, they fucking paid for it. They're owed restitution. Yeah, think about it. XRP and Ripple were the shield and sword, not only protecting crypto, but fighting back against the SEC. And you know what? Because Ripple stood their ground, did not cave in, it paved a way for a lot of crypto to be successful. Dale Ferguson says, I finally understand what Kamala is saying about unburdened by what has been. That's right. No more Dr. Fauci, no more Gary Gensler. Kamala was telling the truth. Well done, Dale. Bitcoin sitting at 97,949. Well, ETH is 33.63. Told you it's a laggard. BNB at 660. You might be seeing BNB at 700 here soon. XLM, we're going to talk XLM price at the end. Very healthy setup with this week. 53 cents. XRP, $1.43. Lots of support with XRP. ADA, talked about them being sub $1. They're now back above $1. Avalanche, yeah, 2x your money here in the near term, but let's get into more news. Historically speaking, last month we were neutral when it comes to extreme greed. Yesterday we were at 87 and today we're at 87. The high that was in March of 2024 of this year of 92. With the low, listen to this. This tells you how freaking different stuff is. October 6th, 2024, right? October 6th, that's not long ago, was the lowest low we've ever had with a fear index of 26, and we're now sitting at 87. So there's some definite changes in the market. You want more changes? How about not only having a BTC hub in the United States, but Senator Cruz now wants Texas to be a BTC hub. See, so it's not just like countries. This is going to be states aping into crypto, countries, businesses. You're talking about 401ks. You're talking about pension funds. You're talking about a whole bunch of players getting into crypto. And what's going to happen is this. More and more players are going to get into BTC, and we understand that, okay? But then BTC is going to become expensive for the value you can bring. Once something is expensive, you look for value-based alternatives. That's where these alts are going to look very, very appealing to investors out there. Senator Ted Cruz, I aim for Texas to be a hub for BTC in crypto. Texas Senator Cruz's aim for Texas to become a hub has been made publicly known. It's known for its independent spirit, talking about Texas, and that aligns with the principles of freedom and decentralization that BTC represents, according to Cruz. In an interview, Cruz said how Bitcoin represents freedom by being uncontrollable, which appeals to Texans. What makes Texas different from the rest of the world is Texans love freedom, and so do digital asset bulls. Well, guess what, Senator Cruz? South Carolina is a good state. I live in that state, and we love freedom as well. So Fauci, good fucking bye. Genzer, kiss my ass. Here's that tweet from Cruz. Oh, and by the way, if you want to check out the Cruz interview, it's actually a really good one. It's all linked in the description down below. Here's his tweet. I'm one of the leading defenders of BTC and crypto in the U.S. Senate. I want Texas to be an oasis for Bitcoin, where we are seeing many companies come to Texas to create new jobs in the crypto industry. There was an estimate, and I brought this strip to show you like a juxtaposition, because I know Gary's leaving. Remember, he's supposed to protect the investor. But I want you to think about this angle. It's estimated that anywhere from 1.1 to 1.3 million jobs were lost in the United States because of Gary Gensler and the SEC and their enforcement by regulation. That's how much they feel that they've hurt the crypto industry. Think of that, 1.1 to 1.3 million. And these aren't like entry-level jobs paying $9, $10 an hour. No, we're talking about big dollar jobs here that went outside of the United States. So Gary's not protecting the investor, and he was also pushing money outside. Tether mints an additional $3 billion. This is good because you're seeing more and more stablecoin action building up, which means as soon as we get regs, even more of that money that's kind of thinking it's a little too naughty still in crypto. Because remember, we still don't have regs yet, right? We still don't have a new head of the SEC. So people are still kind of cautious on the sideline. That's why I said this is going to be waves and waves of money coming in. But now you've got record high stablecoin amount, record high amounts of stablecoins now at exchanges. Buyers are getting ready to buy. Stablecoin issuer Tether minted an additional $3 billion in USDT on November 23rd on the ETH and Tron networks amid increasing trading volume. Data from Arkham Intelligence revealed that $2 billion was minted on ETH and $1 billion was put on Tron. According to Look On Chain, Tether has minted, this is nuts, this tells you the difference that we've been in. Tether has minted approximately 13 billion USDT since November 8th. Yeah, that's a big number. That shares with you how different this is. So it's not just the alts exploding, but it's also Tether, stablecoins, which is more waves of money that are going to be entering crypto. By the way, I did a story earlier today about FTX. That's right. FTX is paying tens of billions of dollars to its creditors. And guess what? That's more money that's going to go back into crypto. Stablecoin volume is often used by traders and investors as a proxy to gauge interest. A high volume of newly minted stablecoins is regarded by many as a bullish sign. Yes, it's been very high. The volume for XRP and XLM has also been very, very high. By the way, XLM tops Shiba Inu by market cap. For comparison, Shiba is valued at 15.7 after a 9% increase. XLM, though, has been gone absolutely bonkers. There's a statement I wanted to bring with you in this, okay? This talks about being relevant, all right? And this is stellar XLM's move right here to be relevant. Now, mind you, this has nothing to do with dev news. This has to do with capital flowing into the market. Listen to this statement. They're talking about XLM coming back into the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. This would be a remarkable achievement for the OG altcoin, which is normally off the radar for most market participants because the volume was so low. There wasn't juicy price action. You're like, Klaus, what are you talking about? Here, look. This is the 1 week chart. And look, these last 2 years, blah, 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 balls, moonshot. For real. And that kept a lot of money away. Look at the volume bars you see on the bottom of the screen right here. These weekly volume bars, right? Look at it compared to the rest of this move right here. Nothing compared to that. Look, we're even rivaling now 2021 trading volume time. Let's zoom in just a little bit here and see what it looks like. We're going to go to the 15 minutes, and you're going to see support above 50 cents, and I like seeing that. We did test it. That's okay because we pushed back up. Now, could we hold the 60 cents? No, we could not hold 60 cents, but right now we are holding 50 cents very, very strongly. And with volume still being super strong, this is a great setup for the week because we've got a lot of good stuff that's going to be hitting the market this week and next week. In terms of XLM, though, passing up others and getting into the market cap right now, XLM is sitting in 12th right now, a little bit behind Avalanche and Tron. XRP up next, sitting at 81.5 billion in market cap. XRP is seeing support as well. We're seeing quite a bit of support here above that 135 mark. We did get pushed back on an earlier move to 145, but this is still developing and it looks very, very healthy. Yes, have we pulled back from the highs? But come on, profit taken during the weekend. The big thing, though, is to see what happens when traditional finance dumps in on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Look for volume to be big to start the week and kind of pull on back down. But as long as price can hold as volume comes down, because a lot of people are going on vacation this week. There's a lot of money that goes on vacation when there's a holiday on a Thursday. A major banking holiday on a Thursday shuts down Thursday and Friday, and a lot of players take off Wednesday too. They take that big 5-day weekend. So look for volume around the time to be soft. Price stays, we're good to go. Now, in terms of XRP, where are my alerts set right now? I've got my alert set at right around 135. and another one set at 150. My 151 is to cover this move right here because we got rejected twice on it. So if it happens overnight, I'm alerted on it. I was thinking about setting my alert candlestick for XRP a little bit lower at the 130 range. But to be honest with you, we haven't touched 130 since all the way back on the 21st when we made the move from 120 to 130 based on Gensler resigning. So this is a great setup for the market. And you're seeing more and more players out there, whether it's states, federal governments, businesses, getting into BTC and crypto, and they're coming in waves. So not only is this the price action that we're seeing now that's running out of steam, you're going to have the next wave come in. And if that runs out of steam, guess what? You got the next wave and the next and the next, because there's so many freaking layers of good news that we've dealt with over the last few weeks, which is going to yield us so many more months and quarters of juicy action. I've been into crypto now quite a few years and covering them for quite a few here on YouTube. And I got to be honest with you, this move is so different than 2021 into 2022. There was a lot of like hysteria and FOMO there where people were just throwing money at everything. And we had junk projects, we had junk people, right? Like your Kyle Davies and your CZs. Yeah, the market's better since CZ has been gone. We've gotten rid of the Sam Bankman-Frieds, the Do Kwons, the Mashinskis. So this is a very different move. And we pushed out a lot of the softer hands over these last couple of years because let's be real here. The only players that are still in the market right now from the last couple of years are the tried and true ones. And earlier today, I brought up a story about how Stuart Alderati said, you know what? The XRP army kept us going while things were tough. And that's a huge shout out. And that's a really good sentiment. And people that believed in stuff, good for you. Good for you and your conviction. And it's also cool to see that leaders out there recognize that stuff. Now, recognizing the move that we're in right now being different than previous means what, everyone? It means it's not going to follow the same pattern. Before, we saw all the alts just kind of rise up like one tide. Now you're seeing one over here pop up, another one over here, one over here. This one over there is correcting that one. It's all different. So like I said, this is a very different move. And you're even seeing this move happen through the weekends. And the weekends have been boring AF, but the last several have been hot as hell. That's the stablecoin thing with Tether, right? How they've minted 13 billion in the last couple weeks. That shows you how different this whole move has been and how different the vibe has been. Because even in 2021 and 2022, good stuff was happening. But Gary Gensler and the SEC were still biting us in the butt. Inflation was just starting to bite us in the butt. You had the whole Rona thing, and we know how that all went on. So the market is way different because none of those three are going to be existing now as rates start coming down. So buckle up, everyone. This is going to be a wild Thanksgiving, a wild Christmas, a wild beginning to 2025, and a wild ride for everyone that's joined us over the last several years. So thank you for that. I'm going to keep bringing you the news all days of the week and at all hours of the day. Choo-choo, bitches.